Right, here we go. An attempt at a maximum. Wasn't really trying to do this, was just doing some practice, and then got to about 40 and thought, oh, why not? Let's go for the maxi. To be honest, I don't normally use this lineup for practicing. I use other ones. But here we go. It's a difficult one to do a maximum on this because of the reds that are up near the blue. Difficult to get down to the black. Anyway, a few easy shots to start with. If you see the white jump like there, it's just because I've pressed the Z key to fast forward to the end of the stroke. Don't have time to wait about for balls to stop rolling. Not the best red, that. Left a slightly difficult black. Difficult for me anyway. Bit of bottom just to pull the white away from the reds. Quite happy with that. Decided to get one of these difficult reds out of the way while I'm on it to get on the black. A little bit close to the cushion. Just going to play it off the side cushion for this, probably for this bottom red into the opposite corner. Don't like playing those slow stun shots like that, but that was okay. Run through, black in the opposite corner, pinching a little bit off the pocket there. This is the Stella table, by the way. Not my favourite table. I would say that Rassen is probably my favourite table. But I'm on this because there's an E-Tour going to start. Well, the next E-Tour event is on the Stella table. If you notice, I have quite a long viewpoint. I'm quite far back on the cue, and that's something that I need to alter, but it's difficult to change any settings. Everything goes tits up kind of thing once I change settings. This was how I started playing at the beginning, and I've just kind of been stuck with it. I think it helps me with position because I can see around the table quite well, but for actually potting it's difficult because the balls are tiny and so far away. The positional side is possibly what I would say is my strongest point. It's certainly not potting. I can't pot much better than anybody really. Stun up. Yeah, that's a decent shot. Like I say, I don't like playing them. Should be a straightforward shot, but I don't like them. I'm contemplating that red in the middle, coming back with check side off the side cushion, but it's doable, but it could easily go wrong. So I thought, let's take the easy one. Don't really like taking the easy ones when I'm going for the max, especially on this lineup, because you need some insurance. You need a ball that's easy to get onto, and if I'm just left with the reds around the blue, it's difficult, which is what happens. Stun up the table, overhit that one. To be fair, I think that's pretty much the only shot where I badly went out of position, which was my mistake. Other than this one, I recovered it though. A little bit of top. Always difficult to pot those when they're very close together like that. Yeah, decent. Left myself with a tricky black. Very missable. Any black off the spot's missable for me. Yeah, I played that well. That's possibly my favourite shot so far. Got the easy red into the corner there, but I want to leave it for insurance. So decided to take the slightly more difficult position-wise. Red into middle, stun down. Yeah, let it just drift a bit too far near that cushion. Not the greatest shot. Like I say, I wasn't really trying on this break. I just decided once it had started to go for the maximum. Oh yeah, decided I'm debating here whether to just drop this in and play the red in the middle, but I decided it's too easily to go wrong. I could be easily on the wrong side of the red. So I play a good shot here. I play for two options. I play for the red next to the pink into the opposite corner, or one of the reds in the middle. Always try and give yourself options if you can. Now unfortunately I didn't land on any of them very well. Got the red into the corner off the pink, but that's insurance. I want to leave it there, so I decide, take the opportunity, get this difficult red out of the way. It was just the position that was difficult. I wanted to just play down, miss the red near the pink, off the bottom cushion, but I kissed the red. Bit annoyed about that, but luckily I've still got a shot at the black. This is me. I like to do this when I'm practicing. I'm just looking at the angle to say, would it have come off if I didn't hit the red? And I think it would. I think it would have been about perfect, to be honest, if I hadn't just kissed that red. Now and then I decide, I'm thinking a little bit like the earlier shot, play the black off the side cushion, leave the red in the corner or the reds in the middle, but I decide I'm going to dead weight this and try and just play for this red on its own. Difficult pot this. Was very much imagining me to miss this and it'd be over, but nice, happy with that. And on that red, okay, close to the cushion, but it was always going to be close to the cushion, I think. Just about got that angle there to play through past the red, missed the black, and the black into the opposite corner. I could have stunned it down, but that would have meant lifting the butt of the cue high up in the air, which you wouldn't do in real life. That's unrealistic, so I tend not to do that when I'm playing. I know lots of people pot balls from anywhere with the butt held up high in the air, but it wouldn't happen in real life, so I tend not to do it. We all know players that can pot balls off the lampshades. How they do it, I don't know. Not mentioning any names. Names that have got A's and Z's in them. That was unlucky there. If I hadn't just gone round that knuckle, I would have been on these reds into the middle pocket with a nice angle. Now it's pretty much knacked. It's a real struggle to get down to the black. What I decide to try is that red into the middle, and I'm hoping to screw off the other red and come back down the table. Difficult shot. So pot the red in there, lots of bottom, hoping to cannon the other red and come down the table. Nah, all wrong. All wrong. It was unlucky with the white going around the knuckles of the middle pocket there. Not happy with that. So I'm just doing a replay of that. Now, got a ridiculous black cut into the corner. I'm kind of playing this as if it's a safety shot. White natural to come back up for the red, obviously a difficult shot. And to be fair, I make a reasonable attempt at this. Nice and thing, not quite. And in we go. Little bit thinner, it might have gone in, I might have got on the black. Anyway, thanks.